Howdy, y'all. Just a quick one today. Yesterday I was cleaning off one of my bookshelves and I came across this stack of magazines that were tucked in there. Nothing jaw-dropping, but they're worth a little look. I thought y'all might like to see them. Here's an old Fonzie magazine from 1976. I remember my parents bringing this home for me. It's all about Henry Winkler, of course. I remember, as most kids of my generation, Fonzie was super cool and, the Fonz. But really, I think back, and I think in 1976 I was 12 years old. And I was kind of moving out of my Fonzie stage, my sensibilities were becoming more mature, or whatever you might say. Still, myself, and I'm sure other guys and gals of my generation have those fond memories of the Fonz. Here's the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. What is this? April of 73, is it? 74. Great magazine. I've kept it all these years. Again, as a generational thing, Bruce Lee was a huge hero of my generation. Yeah, Bruce Lee. Yeah, what can I say? So I've had it all these years. Just great stuff in here about David Carradine and the Kung Fu television show, of course. Yeah, got all that. So, here's the Time magazine from 1988 that I bought at a grocery store, just celebrating Superman's 50th birthday. I also went to the Smithsonian that year to see the special Superman exhibit. I got the 50th Superman 50th anniversary t-shirt. I should have actually brought that down with me too. It's just the classic blue with the crest, but it says underneath, something like the Smithsonian Institution's celebration of 50th or Superman's 50th birthday. Comics International by Warren. Yes. These were just great. This is number 2, 3, and 5. Cardstock covers, full color reprints of some of Warren's greatest story. Oh my goodness. Richard Corbin, Esteban Morato, Bernie Wrightson. Good Lord. Wally Wood, Luis Garcia, all kinds of just ridiculously, Neil Adams, all kinds of incredible stuff going on here. Reed Crandall, the Raven by Richard Corbin. I've had these books for so long now. I just love them beyond measure. Here's a story that blew me away back in the 70s as a teen, this thing called Anti-Christmas or Anti-Christmas. Richard Corbin. The story itself is, even all these years later, just intensely disturbing. Good God Almighty. Really, these things are just stunning. It's all very subjective, of course, but I will say that Warren did a fine job of picking out, choosing some of their most memorable stories. This was a haunting little number called Janice. Lordy mercy. Lordy mercy. It's Janice, indeed. And this issue wraps up, man. Oh boy. With some killer Bernie Wrightson. Yes. Yes. Number 3. Oh my God. I know where this is going. And more Richard Corbin, just incredibleness. Oh my God. But I know there's one in here called Harry by Jeff Jones. A haunting thing. Amazing in its simplicity, and it's just a beautiful thing. It's extremely haunting. Oh my God. Here's another one by Fernando Fernandez. Another one that haunted me in my teenage years, called A Wonderful Morning. It is about a world where there are no adults. There are only children. It's an amazing thing, and it haunted my imagination as a teenager. The children find an adult. And they would never permit the adults to come again. Never, 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 never. I'm getting goosebumps just holding this thing and remembering the incredibleness of it just right now. Number 5, I gotta say, plenty more Richard Corbin incredibleness, but the highlight is what I there's even some Will Eisner spirit in this one. But the highlight of the book for me is maybe the most amazing story that I ever read in the Warren publication. It's by Bruce Jones with art by Richard Corbin, and it is called In Deep. Another story that has just haunted my imagination for decades and decades. The couple stranded out in the ocean after their boat sinks. I'm sure, I would wager that most of you folks are not aware, have never heard of this story. It was one of those things. When I first read it, again, probably in high school, maybe around the time Miller's Daredevil was really kicking up, I had just never read anything so sophisticated in the graphic comic arts like this thing. The ending, which I won't spoil, it was just one of those jaw-dropping moments in all of my years of collecting comics. Again, seek it out. I'm not sure where the original was published, but it's reprinted in this Comics International number 5. Google it. It's called In Deep. Just an old off-the-rack creepy number 75. Highlighted. I love all the stories in this thing, but it is highlighted for me by the last story by Neil Adams, called Thrill Kill. Certainly influenced by the University of Texas shootings. What was the guy's name? Charles Whitmer. In 1966, shooting from the clock tower at the University of Texas in Austin. Beautiful work by Neil Adams. A terrific, extremely memorable story. Good God. Here you go. A couple of more off the racks. I don't want this video to run too long. Oh, here you go. Here's Creepy 101. Another reprinting of In Deep with a new cover by Richard Corbin. Again, my friends, if you only take one thing from this video, you need to get on the magnificence that is the story of In Deep. Here's a glimpse of the black and white version of it. I'm just saying. Here's, I think this was the last creepy I ever bought off the rack, and it's all Bernie Wrightson issue. And we can go on and on and on about highlights. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you... On and on and on. Bernie Wrightson in black and white. But there are a couple of things here. Another story by Bruce Jones, Clarice. Again, I'm getting goosebumps right now just holding this magazine and even thinking about the magnificence that is Clarice. Anyone who's even a casual collector and reader of creepy will know the name Bruce Jones. For me, the unquestioned highlight is my jeez, John, let's find it here. Come on. Where? I don't know why I'm not finding it right now, but here we go. Scratch that. This thing called A Martian Saga. It's a poem. And I admit that I've never before or since heard of this writer, Nicola Cuti. Cuti, not cutie, I'm sure, but Cuti. C-U-T-I. It's a poem called A Martian Saga. And it's another one of the little numbers that just haunted me in my imagination for years and years. What's this? This is tucked in here. Oh, here's a from our local paper, an appearance by The Who and Robert Plant at Hershey Park Stadium. Hershey, Pennsylvania is only about 8 miles down the road. Okay, well, just one more quick one. Here's the Bizarre Adventures. That was kind of the talk of the town all those years ago. It, find it here. Where are we? Why? It features an Electra story, which I believe was the very first solo Electra story by Frank Miller. Anyway, there you go. Don't want this to run too long. It's probably already over 10 minutes, but just some stuff that I just dug out off of this bookshelf that I have. So, talk to you all again soon. I'm hoping to get some more comic book videos up. I've terribly neglected my chronology series. I left off in the 1990s, and there's a lot more to talk about since then. Primarily my eBay sales and my eBay purchases. Also, Ellis and I, my friend Ellis, part of my Ask a 95-Year-Old series. Oh, geez, we've got probably 15 or 18 questions kind of building up. So we're going to get back to making a few of those and answering those questions. I feel Ellis is actually getting a little more used to the camera and is loosening up a bit. So lots of great stuff to talk about. So see you very shortly. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.